So our first our first newspaper to review today will be Punch. Mr. Ido, the APC presidential aspirant Tinubu was saying friends criticize me, lobbied for vice president slots. The presidential candidate said those friends that left APC were criticizing him because he shows Shetima doing Muslim
ticket.
tickets.
Yeah, yesterday the APC presidential candidate yesterday met the Christian Association of Nigeria as he continued to meet as in to meet various sectors of so he said he was now reacting to a question that the can asked him about why did he settle for a Muslim ticket. So he was explaining to them that even those who are now criticizing him, now that he did not choose a Christian, they are his friend. They are criticizing him now because he did not choose one of them as his running mate. I think beyond that, beyond all this Muslim ticket, Christian, I think beyond that, Nigeria want to see what Asiwaju is offering. What are his plans? Like I always said, we should focus on the main issues that will be beneficial, as in that not all these, though this all issues matter, but we should all be focused on what we affect us positively, as in the general populace. He was able to explain his reason for choosing Shetima, that it was based on competence. He chose based on competence, based on his abilities. But beyond that, I also think that it is all politics, because you cannot tell me that it is only Shetima as in a Muslim, as in because you are a Muslim, you cannot tell me that you cannot find another person apart from as in there are so many capable and who are Christian from the north, as in northern Christian, that they can also do the job, as in more qualified, they are competent also, they can also do the job. But it's all about, we all knew that this thing is all about politics, as in politics also, it's also allowed that you are going to settle for the best candidate, as in for the best those who will complement your ticket, as in those who can make you win the election. Because in the aim of every political party, as in all the contestants, all the aspirant, the candidate, their primary aim, the objective, the goal is to win the election. So you are going to adopt, it is allowed legally for any strategy that you are adopting that will make you win the election, you are going to adopt it. And we cannot, I cannot blame Asiwaju, because it's as if choosing a Muslim ticket is the only strategy for him that will make him win the election. And it's allowed. It is left for Nigerians to decide. So yesterday was able to explain to the executives of Christian Association of Nigeria while he settled for Shetima. So, and let's see what is going to pan out, how they will take it up, because he also made mention yesterday that if he cannot Islamize his wife, Asiwaju wife, she's a Christian, a pastor of Redeemed Church. So say if he cannot Islamize his wives, that means we won't be able to Islamize Nigeria. But we should, and for me, I think the statement is just pedestrian as far as I'm concerned, because you cannot compare your home with Nigeria. As in, this Nigeria is more complex, as in we have as in, we have in this country we are very, very sensitive to religion when it comes to religion, and there are some people that are looking at it that why will you settle for, since you are a Muslim, and why will you settle for a Muslim also? This thing will keep cropping up as in this issue, because this country, these are the things that really matters to some people, as in that sense of a belonging, that since you are a Muslim will be after 9 years, after 8 years now, President Buhari is a Muslim, he will be stepping down, he will be leaving the office. So even if a Muslim is taking over from him, some people expect that to balance the equation, maybe a Christian should be his vice president. So this thing is it is an issue that will keep cropping up as we inch closer to the election. So we should expect more of that. As what he should continue to do now is to continue to engage the Christian community, which he has started, which he has been doing, on the need for why they should see reason, why they should reason with him. As in, he should continue to along that path, continue to engage them, and let's see what will come out of that.
But still yet, you said Tinubu said Shettima is competent,
Yeah.
but some of the Christians are saying there are a lot of northerner Christians that are more competent than Shettima.
Yes, I said that also, that from me, I think it's just a politics. Like I said it earlier, that in politics you adopt strategy that will make you to win election.
Sure.
Yeah, for Tinubu, for APC, choosing a Muslim, choosing a northerner Muslim to them is a strategy that's the only strategy that can make them to win the 2023 election, which they've done. It's not for me. I don't see it about, you cannot, like I said it earlier, that the issue of, we should just rule out the issue of competence, the issue of Shettima is the only. It's just that one is just a political talk. We all knew that Shettima is not the only competent northerner. He is not the only one. There are so many more competent that we have so many, even northerner Muslims. We have so many northerner Muslims that are more competent than Shettima. We also have so many northerner Christians that are more competent than Shettima. Shows for Ashwaji to say that choosing Shettima he choose Shettima because he's competent, because of his ability, because of his capacity to deliver. All those one, for me, is just a political talk. It's just a normal political talk. There are more competent people than him, but he choose Shettima because APC believes, and he also believes that Shettima, if he settle down for Shettima, they will be able to win the election. It's just a political strategy as far as I'm concerned.
Thank you very much, Mr. Patrick. Moving forward, the president of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, said, "I will hand over Nigeria free of insecurity." And the issue of insecurity in Nigeria has been tough. Let me just use the word tough. So how will President Muhammadu Buhari hand over Nigeria free of insecurity?
Yeah, it is left to be seen how how the president will do that, because after 8 years, as in the administration is gradually winding up. So after eight years, the president said he is going to hand over Nigeria, a more secure Nigeria, to the next government. I think we hope so. We look forward to that. I think beyond that also, it's not something that the president should now be telling us after 8 years that he's going to hand over Nigeria to a more secure Nigeria to the next government. Because when this government came on board in 2015, one of their campaign promises was to improve on insecurity, to make sure that Nigeria will be more secure, to secure the country better than what the PDP administration was offering us at that time. And they came on board. Give it to them also in some areas, especially in the northeast, because when they came on board, we could remember vividly the Boko Haram was on rampart, as in bomb everywhere. Even in Abuja, even in this Abuja, we were not even safe in Abuja. If you could remember, the IGP office was attacked. Yeah. We have a bomb explosion at the United Nations office. As in the bomb, as in even Nyanya bombing that time, the bomb keep dropping every day then. But they came on board. They were able, give it to them. They were able to put a stop to the series of bombing. As in, at least they reduce it to some level. Even in the northeast, as in, you cannot compare what is going on in 2015 to what is going on in the northeast. As in, there's some, they've been able to restore some, as in, sanity into northeast, because you cannot if you do the analysis between from 2013, 14, 15, and if you do the analysis now, you will know that at least there's some level of changes in the northeast. I think we should also give it to them in that area. But the security issue has also evolved. When you because in 2015, before 2015, 2017, we don't have this issue of kidnapping, banditry in the northwest. As in, even if we have it wasn't like this. As in, because this thing keep changing. Because what we are in 2015, we are talking about Boko Haram. Now we are talking of banditry. As in the northwest, banditry. We having a kidnapping issue, abduction every day in the northwest and some states in the north central. So why we are praising them for what they've done in the northeast, why we should commend them for what they've done in the northeast, we should also take a look at what is currently happening in the northwest, as in the banditry issue. Because if you do the calculation, as in, you will know that the country is still not secure, because of the figures, as in the casualties, as in that is what is coming, what we are recording in the northwest, especially in Kaduna, Aziz, Katsina, Sokoto, in some and in some states in the northwest. Even farmers can't even go to their farm in most of these states, which is very, very terrible and bad. So it's not as if the country is more secure now. We are still struggling with the issue of security, even in the southwest. Recently, a couple of days ago, even a couple of weeks, we have been having a series of adoption along the Lagos Ibadan expressway. Abduction every day taking place in that on that axis. Even, and when you also go to the southeast, also you have a series of abduction, kidnapping also. So it's not that the country is more safer now, more secure now. We are still struggling with the issue of insecurity. Like I said, insecurity issue is issue that we keep evolving. So it is led for the government to rise to the occasion, as in to do what is expected of them, because the primary responsibility of every government is to secure lives and property, to make sure the life and property of the citizens are secure, are safe. So if the federal government said if the President Buhari said that he will be handing over a more secure Nigeria to the next government, then kudos to him. We look forward to do that, because that is what we are expecting of them. That is why we voted them into office, to make sure that our lives and property are more secure and safe.
But President Muhammadu Buhari has few months left.
Yes.
You sure he can actually do that? Because even the case of kidnapping, I think we cannot say the one who is more worse than bombing and kidnapping.
I quite understand where you are coming from. You are looking at it from after 8 years. He is now promising, when the administration is about 6 months, less than 6 months less to go. So you are looking at how he's going to achieve that. So it is left. He that said that, I think he has his own strategy. Maybe he is thinking about leaving a legacy, because maybe he's thinking about he's going to leave a legacy of that he handed over a more secure government to the next government. Let's give him a benefit of doubt that he is going to achieve that.
Hopefully. Thank you very much, Mr. Patrick. Moving forward, we'll talk about sports now. Ronaldo ruled out of Nigeria friendly, even though I don't really know much about sports. However, Ronaldo will not be playing against Nigeria today.
Nigeria have a friendly match today with Portugal, and it's just a normal friendly match. It's not that significant. It's not something that it's not a do or die match. It's not a walk-off match. So Ronaldo, yesterday we read that Ronaldo will not be available for the match because he has some stomach problems. So he has been ruled out of the match. I think good luck to Nigeria then, because Ronaldo will not be playing. So it's hopefully we are going to win the match. Let's see, with absence of Ronaldo, Nigeria will match victorious.
Hopefully Nigeria too will actually play better.
Yeah, we hope so, because it's not only Ronaldo.
It's
not only Ronaldo that. One thing we should also look at it's not only Ronaldo that is playing against. It's 11 players and 11 players. If Ronaldo is not playing, another person will come and replace him. So it's not about Ronaldo versus Nigeria. If Ronaldo didn't play, that it doesn't mean that they cannot beat Nigeria without Ronaldo. Without Ronaldo, they can beat Nigeria. Nigeria can also beat them even when Ronaldo is there. So to me, it's just normal thing.
Thank you very much, sir. Moving forward, we won't pay household members for work not done. FEG insists. The federal government, when the household member call off the strike, October 14 or 15, and they resumed immediately. So at the end of the month, they were expecting full balance
full salary.
full salary, but the federal government pay them half, and now they are roaming about like they might actually
It's-
start another
Right.
strike.
It's as if yesterday FG minister after the
Adamu.
Federal Executive Council meeting yesterday, the Minister of Education Adamu said that they've paid ASU what, as in they've paid ASU their normal benefit, what they are not owing ASU, so they pay them. What they pay them is what they are expecting. So what the minister is now saying is that FG is not ready to shift ground as far as no work no pay rule is concerned. That it's as if the ASU member will only they will only get paid for the number of days
Yes,
that they
they
work
work
in the month of October. And I think we should just, because I've said this severally, federal government seem to be the architect of this problem. Because when the doctors, I remember a few months ago when the doctors were on strike, after their resumption, when they call off the strike, the federal government, even though the federal government said that they are going to pay them for the amount of days that they work, but FG backtrack, they pay them their full salary. So why will you now, when you now come to the lecturer, why will you now shift the goalpost when you've already set the precedent? So the FG seems to be the architect of the problem. Because no work, no pay is a normal labor policy, as in it's a standard normal labor policy. When you go on strike, you are not expected to be paid for work not done because you did not work. But when FG now, they've already, as in you've already set a precedent. You've paid doctors who did not work. So when the ASU also came as a call of their strike, they were also expected that they are going to get paid, because even when they were doing the agreement to go back to, when they were doing the negotiation to go back to work, it was one of the demand that ASU table to the federal government, that they said they should be paid the amount, they should be paid, as in they should be paid as in the amount of as in during the pay the
amount
of the month that they were on strike, that they should be paid, and FG agreed to their request. Then so why will you even agree to when
you are not,
when you know that you are not going to fulfill it, to honor the agreement, why do you go to agreement with them? So FG, I've said it before, to avoid this, because the call of I think the strike will call off a month ago now, or 3 weeks ago, or something like that. If and the ASU are saying that if the FG did not resign the decision, if they did not, as in resign this decision, pay them they are going to go back on strike, and it's not good for the system, because the students are just coming back to the campus. They are just resuming. So for them now, even their mind, even the student now, their mind will not even
be
at rest, because they are not certain. Maybe ASU will go back to strike again, and all these things are not good for our education sector. It's a shame that we are still battling with this. I think for peace to reign in the university system, FG to honor our agreements and let them move on, because we cannot continue to be going back and forth with this. We just have to put a stop to it.
Thank you very much, sir. Moving forward, use of BVAS, e-transmission of result, irreversible, INEC reassures.
Yes, yesterday the INEC chairman said that the INEC chairman was reacting to a statement that the INEC will jettison the use of BVAS for 2023 report, that they will not use it again. So the INEC statement was, as in the chairman was saying that yesterday, that the use of BVAS and REVIVS has come to say transmission of result has come to stay, that they are going to use it for 2023 report, which is good, because I don't even know where that is that statement is coming from, because this thing they've tested this thing in Ekiti election. They tested it. It was BVAS was used in Osun, it was used in Ekiti election, was used in Anambra election. So it has been tested severally, and INEC has worked severally on it. Now, if you follow the trend of those elections, Osun election and Ekiti election, you can even be you can sit in your home and be monitoring the election as they were trickling in, because INEC was uploading the result directly to their website for people to be viewing the result as the result were coming in. Then so why would someone be, as in why would someone be praying, hoping that they should abandon that one for. So instead of abandoning it, I think we should also even be praying, as in be looking forward to when are we going to go on a full, as in full as in electronic transmission of result, e-voting. When are we even going to go to e-voting in a full scale? Because in every, it's as if things are changing every day. As in, it's not only in Nigeria. In other, even in the smaller country in Africa, they are moving towards electronic voting, full electronic voting. So why will Nigeria be lacking behind? Because the world is changing. As in, that what's stopping us from doing full electronic voting? So if INEC go ahead this time in 2023 election and use bypass for their election, what stop us in 2027? As in, the next election will come up in 2027. What stop us in 2027 from using, having a full electronic voting? We can sit in your home and vote electronically. So what stop us? So I think INEC should continue. They should map out the strategy that will make this bypass work, because we should also know that in every technology, there will be a little hiccups, as in little setback issues. Definitely. They should work on those issues where they know that they will have issues, they will have a little bit of issues. They should work on it, so that we have a minimum issue, so that, because we know that we cannot have a 100% something, that will also be a little bit ahead. So I should rather concentrate on those lapses, so that we can have something, as in, even if you have issue, it won't be that be, as in, it will be just a minimum that would not affect the overall outcome of the election.
Thank you, sir. But some people doesn't want it, maybe because they wanted to rig the election. But people still feels like they will still rig the election with e-voters, e-commerce, with e-anything.
There will always be those that are always pessimistic about something, that they are always negative, that even no matter what you did, you cannot satisfy everybody. INEC cannot satisfy everybody, but the most important thing for them is, let them do what is right. Let them do what is right, so that even if you are not satisfied with the election, even if you are not satisfied, deep down in your mind, you know that these guys, this INEC, they've tried. So it is not left for you to either accept or reject the result. And if you are not comfortable with the result, you can go to court. So the court is there for you to go to. So, but INEC should be seen by all to have done a perfect job, a creditable job, that will be adjudged by everybody to so that we can give them a pass mark that they've done their best.
Thank you very much, Mr. Pashi. Moving forward, article at NGE Forum vows to continue Obasanjo's economic policy.
Yeah, yesterday the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party was in Lagos yesterday. So he met the Nigeria Guild of Editors yesterday. He was able to table his plan for Nigeria. He talked about economy. He talked about security, how he's going to unify the country. He also talked on his he talked on inflation. He talked on several other things. I think the most significant thing, what I could pick from his dialogue yesterday with the editors in Lagos, was that he said he's going to adopt Obasanjo model of economy. You know, during the Obasanjo time, they were able to, they were able to increase Nigeria GDP. He talked about that they also sold some, they privatized some company that belong to Nigeria like they are the one that privatize what do you call it, our telecommunication sector. They brought in MTN, all those, they privatized it. A lot of things were done Nitel. So he said he's going to adopt those policy, that those policies seem to be the best for Nigeria, that he is going to work on the policy. But I now began to imagine, you see, this is what those things were done in 1999 to 2007. This is 2020.
I think this he needs to do better. He needs to find his own. What's your plan for Nigeria? What do you think Nigeria needs?
Yeah, because the Nigeria of 2007 is not the same Nigeria now. Things are changing. If you are saying you are going to adopt the economic policy of 1999 to 2007, the Nigeria of 2007 is not the same of Nigeria of 2022. the population has changed, as in the population has changed, our economy mode has changed, even our currency, the value of our currency in 1999, 2020, 2005 is not the same with it today. So when he now says it's going to, it is left to be seen how he's going to implement those plans, because I think he should be working on what Nigeria, the immediate needs of Nigeria now, instead of looking back to what, even if you are going to pick from 1999 economic model, you are not going to copy it everything. Maybe let's see how that one passes, how he's going to do that. He also talked yesterday about that when he's going to unite this country. He talk about appointment of security chiefs. Where he criticized President Buhari for appointing most of his security chiefs from the north. He said he's not going to, if he is elected as Nigerian president, he's not going to do that. He's going to make sure that all the segments of Nigeria, as in all the geopolitical zone, have representative in the security setting. So which is also good. He said he's not going to concentrate, as he's not going to appoint security chief from the north alone. He said, so I think that is also good. One thing is, it's good that these guys are, as in the presidential candidate, that they are talking, so that we can hold them accountable. If they emerge as president, we can tell them that this is what you said. You said so. You said so. It's good that let them continue talking. Let the conversation begin. Let the conversation continue, so that we can hold them accountable to their word.
Thank you very much, sir. We've come to the end of today's edition. You can follow us on our blog www.abujacityjournal.com, on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, abujacityjournal.com. Thank you very much. It's me. I still have Mr. Patrick Ido, and my name is Adeyanju Hadeni here. Every day, next time. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You have 3 minutes. I have 2 minutes left. Don't do.
Alpha. Okay, I want to even say